The United States has been graced on many occasions with visits from Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan. In 1989, in response to the earnest longing of spiritual truth seekers, she traveled to the country to impart her wisdom and insights. In this fascinating lecture, Master expounds on various topics, including ways to discern true masters from false ones, attaining our highest inner potential through the Kuan Yin method, and our true self's faculty of omnipresence. We now invite you to join us for part 11 of this enlightening lecture titled, How to Acquire Your Inner Highest Potential Power, Questions and Answers, given by Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, in San Francisco, California, USA, on May 24th, 1989.
Peace for Ukraine or Ukraine.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, my question is twofold. First, a brief description of the practice that you teach. Second, can you imagine any conflict between this practice and others? A brief description is that I will show you how to concentrate in order to contact this heavenly God power or light within, and to hear the inner word or the word of God within. That is basically the so-called method. But to do so, I don't use any language. I may talk to you and explain to you all different kinds of heavens, scenery, or different levels of consciousness. And wherever you are, you may know what your level is. I may explain all these outer things, but the method is transmitted by complete silence. When I am silent, that is when I transmit it to you, and then you will see the light and hear the sound. And now I'm talking, you see nothing, and you hear nothing. So the method is actually no method. It is a transmission of the inner power from person to person, from heart to heart. Therefore, we call it in Zen, 印心. It means heart stamp. That's it. Heart means our power, our innate wisdom, not this physical heart. Therefore, there is no method to talk about really, except when you are in contact with God, then you can transmit it. He allows you to. Understand that? But then, whatever it is you see, you will get enlightened. You will see the light, you will hear the sound, and you will see some heavenly abodes. You may see Jesus, you may see Buddha, you may learn with them something of the ancient wisdom. And that is the benefit from the method, the success of the method. But the method itself is no method. It's only the silent transmission of the lamp, of the light. Now, what is the first real step in order to have wisdom and enlightenment? What is the first step is the initiation. You're willing to let me open the wisdom eye for you. You're willing to let me open the wisdom ears for you. And you're willing to let me open the God blessing power within you for you. And every day you use it. Because I have the key. You hear the saying, Peter has the key to heaven. Now he gave it to me. Page 105 of your booklet, 6th line. First, how do you handle the problem of inner sound? Is that right? Example, high frequencies. After a period of gestation can be registered by the human fetus inside the womb. The implications of gestation, since it logically leads to inner sound frequencies, programming a response after birth. I'm afraid that I'm not as intelligent as you. May this person enlighten me a little bit more? May I hear some enlightening explanation? Gone. Oh, then the problem is solved. When I go home, I will look into it a little bit more than I understand because of the writing. What do you mean by inside the worm there is already vibration? He understood differently from what I wrote. That is a different thing. I did not write like that in my book. In my book, I say that the babies in the womb have contact with this wondrous sound. Therefore, he's very happy. And when he's upside down, even he's still happy. He doesn't feel drowned and dissatisfied because he's in contact with the God power. That's what I mean. And he talks about frequencies and the ones that can hear with the apparatus of science. How can we stop looking at people we think we know through the images of the past? Just stop. Just don't look. How can we let go of grievances that keep us stuck in our miserable state? Yeah, that's true. Yes, we have to go out of it. Get initiation and feel lifted up. All the burden will be washed away. Even when your parents die, you know where they are going and you don't grieve so much. You will see the Master come and take them to heaven, so you won't grieve. And after you practice, you see all your friends, your relatives, go to a happier sphere. And so instead of grieving, you feel happy. And that's the secret of happiness, because seeing is believing. Why do you grieve? Like when somebody left you or died, then you grieve. Because you don't know where he is going. You feel the loss. But if you know where he is going, that he enjoys somewhere, and you can even visit him, then you don't grieve. That's the secret of practicing. That's the benefit, and that's why we must practice. Is it possible for one to achieve enlightenment all by oneself, or must we align ourselves with organized religion or discipline? No. We have to achieve enlightenment all by ourselves. Religion cannot help us. Religions are only doctrines left behind by past enlightened masters. We can only make reference to it, refer to it, to compare with our enlightenment now, to see if we are in accord with the ancient masters, if our methods are correct, if our enlightenment is like theirs. And that's the good of the doctrines. Just like I just mentioned, Jesus, when he was initiated or baptized. Actually, baptized means initiated. He saw the light come from heaven like a dove. Now, if we got initiation for Supreme Master Ching Hai and we see the light come down like a dove or whatever, then we know, yeah. And she transmits the same method. That is just for our reference. Otherwise, the Bible cannot enlighten us. Any religions, Bible cannot help us get the inner light and the inner happiness and satisfaction. Only the transmission from the real, living God power can fulfill all our desires. This is a new one. Initiation requires one to meditate 2.5 hours per day. May I substitute this by chanting Nam Mô Rangye Kyo? I do not want to give up this religion. Actually, it makes no difference to me whether you carry on chanting this or not. I have no objection to your religion. I'm just afraid that if you devote your time to chanting this, then you don't have enough quiet silence to contact this quiet power. Because if we use our mouth, then we are busy. God doesn't come with chanting. God comes all in silence. I will also teach you to chant something, but don't use the mouth. Use the wisdom. And then you can also find the light through our method. When one is gardening, growing vegetables, is it in conflict with Buddhism to kill the creatures? That is the vegetable. How should one deal with these lower life forms? If you feel the conflict, then I would advise you, we all starve to death. Because even breathing would kill a lot of invisible creatures. So what shall we do? We cannot eat vegetables. We cannot grow vegetables. We couldn't even breathe. Couldn't even walk because we kill all living things. What is the solution? No solution except to meditate and cleanse this karma, unavoidable karma. We live in this world, more or less we have to kill worms, kill insects. Every time you wash your hands, that is killing. Disinfecting things is killing. But what do we do with this? We have to. But then we have other things. Then we don't do this intentionally. That's a different thing from violence. Understand? We have to live here. So we must eat something to live. We have to breathe. We have to wash our hands. But this unavoidable karma doesn't mean zero. Even though we don't do it intentionally, we still have the karma. I mean, we still have the sin. So we have to do our method, the Kuan Yin method, every day to clean this out. Then we can be free of karma. Otherwise, there's no way we can be free of killing. I am sorry. Therefore, we need to practice the method of cleansing. Otherwise, you can do good deeds, you don't kill, that's enough. No, even eating vegetables is killing. Vegetables have life. So you must use some powerful power to cleanse this small karma in order to be free. If you like, tomorrow come back. And now I have to convey to people the enlightenment method. And if you don't want to get initiation, please leave now, as our time is very limited. I'm happy to have you, and come back tomorrow again after you have reflected. Come back tomorrow, I still have the lecture. Thank you for coming. All right, yes, if tomorrow people inquire, I request, then I will give initiation again. You have a night to think it over. Thank you, sir.
To learn and understand enlightenment from
Thank you.
Master Qinghai,
Yeah.
please bring your friends and relatives here tomorrow, same time, 7:30
Yes,
p.m.
tomorrow we will do it again. Don't worry. I think I will give it every day for your own convenience sake, because America is so busy. You can't, maybe you can come today, I cannot come tomorrow. Who knows? Miss a chance. Now, all of you who want initiation, come up front. All of you who do not want today may come back tomorrow. Come in the front and you can listen to me better and can see me clearer.